Hello, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Ann Schlegel, and I'm so glad that you're joining me here today. Tomorrow, I'm going to be the guest chef at the Anderson Farmers Market, and that means that I'll be serving free samples of foods I've prepared using ingredients available at the market. And since I'm known at the market for my baked goods, I'm going to bake something nice. And tonight it's going to be a sweet country carrot bread. I have a couple of bowls here. I'm going to mix some dry ingredients together first. And I've got 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and 1/2 cup of whole wheat pastry flour. I'm also going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we'll just mix those together, stir them together with a spoon till everything is combined. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm just going to set this bowl aside, and I'm going to go over to my blue bowl here and mix together some wet ingredients. Actually, I've got 1.5 cups of sugar in this bowl already. And from there, I'm going to add a cup of canola oil. And then the next ingredient I'm going to add is 3 eggs. And I am going to whisk them together with a whisk. So that'll get them all nicely combined. They're almost there. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. So we'll get that in. And I just love to use vanilla in my sweet breads. Just want to make sure everything is really mixed in well. And it is, so I can stop that. Now I have 2 last ingredients to put in. Since it's a carrot bread, of course we need carrots. And I've got 2 cups of finely grated carrots here. And I'm just going to gently put those in. Okay, then the last ingredient is a cup of chopped dates. And that adds a nice sweetness to this bread. So get all the dates in. And now I'm going to stir those in with my spoon. Okay, that looks really nice. I'm going to add my wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. And now I will stir that together. And I will stir this just until everything is combined. Okay, that looks good. And I have a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan here. I have greased and floured it. I've also lined the bottom of the pan with a piece of parchment paper that I've greased and floured. So now I will just pour the batter into my pan. And everything looks nice. Great. Okay, I'll just kind of smooth it out and make sure it's all even in the pan. And it looks great. So now what I'm going to do is let this batter sit in the pan for 20 minutes before I put it in the oven. So my batter is very lucky now. It gets to rest for a little bit. But the interesting thing is that while it's resting, all of the ingredients are really working together now to make a very nice bread with a lovely texture. So time to put my bread in the oven to bake. And I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll just put it in here, and it bakes for a while. It bakes for 1 hour and 20 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. So we'll let it bake for a while. So join me back here when it's done. Okay, our bread is done. Let's see, we'll turn the timer off and let's check it for doneness. So about 58 minutes into the baking time, I loosely placed a piece of aluminum foil on top of the loaf to keep it from getting too brown. So I'll just take that off. And I've got a toothpick here, and so I will stick that in and see if anything sticks to it. And if it doesn't, then it's done, and that is clean. So I know that my loaf of bread is done. So what I'm going to do now is take the loaf out of the oven, and I'm going to set it on this rack, and I'm going to let it cool there for 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes, we'll take it out of the pan. So what I'm doing is just running a knife around the edge of the loaf in the pan to loosen it up. That'll help it come out nice and clean. Okay, so now the pan is still hot, so I'll need to wear my oven mitts, and I'll just flip it out of the pan onto the rack, and it comes out nice and easy. So I'll peel off the parchment paper that was on there and then set the loaf back up. And there we go. So I'm looking forward to serving this tomorrow at the Anderson Farmers Market, and I hope you'll join me there. Good morning from the Anderson Farmers Market. It's a lovely, cool morning here, a bit cloudy and breezy, but we really find that it's pleasant here this morning and happy to be here. There's so many nice fresh fruits and vegetables available here today, as well as other products. And I'm glad to be here with my Sweet Country carrot bread that I'm serving free samples of. I've got it here this morning, and I've already cut into it. You can see what a nice color it has on the inside and a nice texture. And it's very moist. And so I will just cut samples of it. I'll cut some slices and set it out on paper plates. Hello, would you like a free sample of Sweet Country carrot bread?
I certainly would.
There you go.
I saw it there before you sliced it.
Oh.
I'm coming back.
So I'll just sample this piece. Oh, that is so good. So moist and flavorful and sweet. This was so much fun for me to make and bring to the market this morning. I'd like to thank everybody for coming and enjoy this bread.